Hello everyone. Welcome back to LGC from Indonesia. Yeah. Now we would like to invite our co-learning from Valley Indonesia to discuss about Lean transformation framework in managing safe change. I will invite the speaker. Hello Fadli. Hello Imo. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you,
Hi.
Miran, for
Yeah, thank you guys for joining LGC for this year and become our speaker. All right, I think this is time to give the stage for you. So I will help you to share the content.
yeah. Thank you.
All right, time is yours.
Thank you, Mirwan, for assisting me. Good afternoon, everyone, or good morning, everyone. I'm Fadli, and behind me, next to me is Sutrimo. Today, we will share our existing improvement with topic writing daily improvement, integrating starting flow control into shift change management. Hopefully our insight, our current improvement will be insightful for you guys. Next. Next, Mas Ridwan. Thank you. To give you some background, this is an overview of the nickel processing stream in Indonesia. Our operations span from mining to port shipment, covering multiple streams, including overburden removal or hauling, reduction kilns, furnace, converters, and final shipment. We operate across two areas, Sorowako and PTA, each contributing to different segment of the process itself. Within this long and complex chain, each shift transition plays a crucial role. Even a small delay at one point can cause a ripple effect downstream. That's why we decided to take a closer look at how we manage shift change stuff. Next.
Okay, the next PTA mining operation teams have aims to reduce shift change or shift change duration below 60 minutes in order to support stable operations. We are using the Lean Transformation Framework or LTF to drive operational excellence at PTA and ensure consistent, efficient performance. Next. Okay, this is the visualization of LDF of the purpose, process, people, management, and basic thinking. On the detail, uh, the first, the purpose, what problem are we trying to solve? During January and until May 2025, uh, we try to analyze production loss data in PTA, when we found that shifting has a position at the second largest loss production in PTA. And then we try to identify uh, what the matters or the several factors that affect to shifting. The first, the distance equipment location is too long from office. The second factors, the less of supervision in the last 12-hour period, and then operator made some delays and stopped earlier. And then the third, no strategy, and handover parking truck to reduce the cab time. And the fourth, unpredictable hauling by metro activities impact to undefined effective parking strategy. The current existing duration of shift change saw value 67.4, and we try to reduce until below 60 minutes. Next. And then we try to observe the process. To improve, we need to fully understand to the handover shift change cycle step by step. Here's you can look that we observe in the existing process. The first, operator transit from PTA office to view assignment and fill manual attendance. And the second, they go to Harapan office for RFID typing. And the third, then they take a bus and a light vehicle to reach equipment location. And the fourth, they check and log into the equipment and then move the loading area and to start operations. Meanwhile, the previous operators had already begun to slow down production, take personal breaks, and park trucks without coordination. So this sequence create a long idle period between the last load of the previous shift until the first load for the next shift. So we made the shifting process itself the focus of improvement, applying lean principle and to shorten and stabilize. Next. And how do we develop our capability? The first, we try to develop standardized work management of shifting execution. Once we map the process, and next step, we was develop the people capability to perform shifting consistently. We create a standardized work management system for all group and the outgoing and incoming operators. This include a clear arrival and departure routines, a supervisor-led line up equipment and operator assignment, a defined parking strategy and WhatsApp group to minimize transfer time, and the last and process control points in each area to ensure compliance. By introducing clear standards, everyone from operator to supervisor understood their specific role in maintaining a smooth handover. Next. And the point of management, what management system and leader behaviors do we need? To make the change sustainable, we reinforce them through our management system. We use call onion concept. At the center, L1 chief or supervisor as a lead team with dispatch team to represent the core value creating player. Around it, the steady day management and FMDS or frontline management daily system form the next layer of support and control. These structures ensure that the layer protects and enables the one inside it. We embed this through swiftly communication in WhatsApp group, email, and the second, we review every week meeting, and the third, consistent leader standard work to observe and reinforce shift performance. In short, we built a system that made performance visible, issue actionable, and accountability shared. Next.
So the basic thinking is what is our basic thinking? Our basic thinking follow the lean transformation framework, the five key question that guide sustainability improvement. The first question is what problem are we trying to solve? And then the second one is what is the work and how we improve it? The third one, how do we develop our people? The fourth one is what management system support this? And then the last is what basic thinking drive our action. By continuously cycling through this question, we ensure that improvement wasn't a one-time initiative. It became part of our daily learning and performance. So the result of the shift change duration and stability itself, after we implementing the improvement, the results were very clear and measurable. We reduced the average duration from last slot to first slot by 9%, and then successfully bringing the shift change time under 60 minutes. Just as importantly, we maintain stability during the mining between the last shift and then the next shift. And then the variation also between 2004, 2024 and then 2025 remaining consistent, which means our process improvement was sustainable, not just a temporary gain. This confirmed that standardized routines and short interval control help operator achieve better rhythm and predictability. So the before after comparison, as we can see that the slide shows the visual comparison between before after implementation. On the left, as we can see, there are next. Sorry, back again. So the longer idle items, unclear handover points, and inconsistent truck parking. So on the right are after the implementation of the improvement itself, we can reduce the time of the shift change duration below 60 minutes. We increase confidence of the operator while change shift, and then every shift now start with ready and recovery to ready to gain production. To conclude the improvement itself, this initiative taught us the three important lessons. The first one is a routine work, hidden hides opportunities. Even simple daily activities can drive big performance gains when observed closely. And then the second one is integration is key. Short interval control combined with shift management creates powerful daily improvement. And then the third one is a leadership behavior multiplies impact. When leaders observe, coach, and reinforce standards, improvement becomes part of the culture itself of the company. So I'm Fadli, and then together with Sutrimo, we appreciate your time today. Thank you for your attention. Have a good day.
Yeah, thank you very much, Fadli and Imo. I think it's very nice presentation from you guys. And if we can see, I would like to go back to several slides in here. You said that a lot of challenges in mining. Maybe some of us not so familiar about how the mining works, but you guys can show us the brief challenges when shift change makes a lot of waiting time, but you guys can make the good standardized and then solve the problem. I would like to see the Q&A for this session. Yeah. Actually, we have three questions in Q&A. In chat, we still waiting for you guys to ask from chat or Q&A. Maybe we can start with Q&A. The first question is, what is the difficulties when you apply the standard shift change and how to handle it? I believe that when you make something new in the, people always said that we already been here long time before you, but you guys come to change the way how they work, and I think it's become so complicated, right? That's why this is a good question, and maybe you can discuss with us what is the real difficulties when you apply this standard and how to handle it.
Thank you for the question, guys. So it's very difficult at first because as we can see the last slide, uh, we initiate the initiative is from January 2025. It began below below target from 60 minutes. We achieved around 51 and 50 around 51 until 57 minutes. But when April, the duration of shift change itself is increasing. So as we can see that we have difficulties when initiate the improvement and the sustainability itself. So I can resume few highlight of the difficulty when we implementing the short interval control in shift change operation. So the first one is resistance to change. Many operators and supervisors at the first time they resistance of the improvement because it's changed their culture in the beginning. So it's hard for us to tell them that the improvement is really helps them. That's the first one. The second one is communication gaps. There's misalignment between outgoing and incoming shift can lead to operational delays, and then the mining operation and dispatch uh, tends to misalignment about the information and the action plans. So they didn't know what to do when the time of shift change is increased. The third one is uh, the consistency. So many shift misunderstanding about the shift change itself. Just like the shift A, let's say, they they only care about their shift only. They didn't care about the next shift is going sustain of the production itself or not. So they only care of their their current shift. So the last thing is the integration between systems. So uh, what even if they already sustain the process itself, the integration between the data and then the action plan itself tends to misunderstanding. So how do we handle the fourth of the difficulty itself is in the first one we share our perspective. We conduct a discussion between the L1 shift and then the dispatch itself. We we discuss. We create a group and constantly meeting in weekly to alignment the concept of the shift change improvement. So together we understood that the shift change need to be sustained and then to be alignment between the current shift and the beginning at the shift, and also they have to align with the uh, another division between mine operation and then the engineer and then the dispatch itself. So when the three core like mine operation and then dispatch and then operators already aligned, so the initiative is going to be more easier than before. The second one is we try to do a pilot at the first time, so we can gathers all the information from the initiative, and then after we collect the information and the data, we implemented it at a different area. The last one is we continue to create a feedback loop between stakeholders. Let's say the dispatch and then the L1 shift and then the engineer and then the operator. So we can continuously improve the process itself to be a better version of shift change. Thank you.
Yeah, excellent, excellent. I think I'm surprised that you said the resistance not only from the operator, but from the supervisors also in at the first hard to get this standardized. But
Yeah.
you know, the way how you use the LTF by understanding what is the really needs of the customer, and you want to, you know, like really want to kill the problem by focus what is the problem, what to solve. This is
Yeah.
make you guys easy to make people understand. I think this is one of the very nice by using the LTF. You know, like we start from the purpose, and then you guys see the process and improve it, and then you not just only make the process improvement, but you also develop the people capability. And then you also said me that about the onion management, how to make the layer management to make sure the standardized that already agree to be applied every day. I think this is a very good story from you guys, and I see the difficulties and the way how you handle it. You make the feedback loop. I think this is a very good idea, and then yeah, this is very good for me. Maybe we
Yeah,
can
the second challenge also, Mr. Mirwan, is the LTF framework itself. So as we know that the mining industry did not come with the LTF framework. They have a common another framework, but not the LTF. So again we have to train the LTF framework so they have visualization and interpreted the LTF framework into their daily management. Yeah.
Yeah, good job, good job. I think it's very nice work for you guys to try introduce LTF to the mining process. Maybe we
Yes.
can move to the second question in Q&A. I will check the question. Okay, this is anonymous Andy asking about, can this standard of shift change used for other process in mining? Do you have plan to use it, this standard?
Yes, of course. So basically, every streamline or every division, as we can see at the processing stream, they have a handover shift between shift. Let's say the mining stream like OB, ROM, and then SSP stream, they have three shifts. So basically, they have three handover shift between last shift and then the beginning of the shift. So yes, the principles is how to structure the handover itself, and then the clear communication could be applicable to the another streamline. So the handover is getting smooth, and then the production or the operation itself is getting more sustainable than before. That's the first one. So the second one is evaluate performance between the current atau last shift and then the beginning of the shift, so we can see the alignment between that shift. If the API parameter is achieved when we see the shift change shift itself, so the production or the process of the operation is more sustainable than before. So yes, the principle of the short interval control or NLTF itself, it can be used in many streamline our mini industry, because basically is how to sustain the production between last shift and then beginning of shift.
Yeah, I think good. You know, in the streamline, you also show a lot of shift change happen in mining. Perhaps also in process, you know, every process also have the shift change. So hopefully, in the future, you guys can also share your idea to another process. So we can do the Yokoteng. So everyone can learn from you and make this basic thinking. So we can reduce the waiting when the shift change happen. Okay.
Yes, it's very possible.
Yep. Okay, I will check the another one. Actually, we still have 5 more minutes for this Q&A question, and I welcome you guys as attendee. If you want ask some question, please chat in the chat board or use the Q&A. Okay, we have one question. Okay, yeah. The question is, how about the cost efficiency from this project? Yeah, I think it's quite good discussion if you guys can show us actually how about the cost, because you guys can reduce the shift change. What's actually cost that you guys can make efficient from this project, please?
Yeah, percent.
Of course, the cost efficiency, we concern about the process of bottlenecking in this project, because if we can reduce the gap time or waste time or the motion, more inventory, we can reduce the cost itself. If we can provide more volume of production, we trust the cost itself will reduce.
Yeah. And I also see in here the waiting time for shift change from become more 60.74 after this standardized supply. And how about the equipment utilities of the equipment is become higher and or how?
Yeah, so the utilization is also increased, and then we align it with the production itself, because the utilization can be converted into the cost efficiency if the utilization itself convert to production. And then as we see that after we implementing this improvement, the combination of the utilization, the reduction of the shift change time, and then the production is aligned. So the waiting time, shift change tend to decrease, and then the utilization tend to increase, and also the production at the first hour of the shift. So from that RPA process parameter, we can see the improvement shows a better offsetting cost efficiency from the utilization itself.
Yeah, I think we end up from the last question, and thank you so much from the discussion. Fadli, Imo, I think you guys doing the very good LTF exercise in the mining, and hopefully it will become more inspired for others actually from the mining industry. Maybe please close this presentation.
Thank you. First of all, Mirwan, for assisting us to guide the presentation of our improvement. And then I'm Fadli, and then next to me is Rimo. Again, thank you to everyone who attending our our presentation. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.